Alright guys, what's happening everybody? Welcome back to the live stream. My boy Bear is at the gym. Good to see y'all, man, here in the chat. All things movies, what's happening, Mr. Rick? Good to see everybody. Give me a few minutes. I'm just about done getting set up right here. So as you can see, the title of tonight's video, ApeCoin, is it time to buy? So let me get these charts pulled up, and then I got a couple articles I'm gonna go over and kind of tell you what I'm feeling. I like the crypto space right now. It's definitely rebounding a little bit. 38,469 for Bitcoin. Doge right around that spot that we had talked about, potentially starting a dollar cost average. So I'm getting a little bit short-term bullish right now. So we are in that box, guys. We are dead in the middle of this box that we talked about. Let me get to the 30-minute. We are picture perfect setting up for what I think could be a really nice accumulation phase right here, which would possibly bring us back to some pretty nice tendies. I think if we can consolidate within this box for a little bit of time, we could potentially see a move to the upside somewhere around 15.50 and 16 cents. So it's kind of my load up zone. We actually hit the bottom of that zone pretty quickly off that drop. Let me take the RSI off real quick. Give me 1 second. So almost hitting the bottom of this channel that we talked about at 1225, where we have it at. So didn't pick up none yet, but I'm still optimistic that that could have been the short-term bottom, which could start a little bullish leg, which we might see crank up this week. So I am watching it, but I'm still a little bearish in the market right here. I'm waiting to see what happens. If we continue heading down from this point on, this is the 4-hour chart here for Dogecoin. Currently right now we keep getting rejected at this 14. So there could be a little bit more downside before we see another bullish leg break to the upside. And what I'm talking about there is where we start to, that was pretty abrupt spike up from 12.25 to 17, but that was with the news of Elon. Then you had a pretty good spike here. These two were a little bit different. You had some momentum building up to this spike. This one was a downtrend and you just spiked up. That was immediate news, which you can kind of tell, when breaking news happens where Elon starts to, accumulate or the news for him confirming that he's going to own Twitter comes out. Those abrupt, real sharp moves actually happen. So right here was a little build up, a little momentum. So what I do think, I really do think, it could take a little time to play out, but I am still looking to load up underneath 13 cents here off Doge, which we could possibly see here in the next week. But overall, I'm a little bullish this week. I think we'll have a pretty decent week for crypto. Maybe we'll get a retest of 40K off of Bitcoin. That is possible. Right now, let's pull up the Bitcoin chart. Still has not hit the zone yet. We briefly entered it going into 37,418, and excuse me, for everybody who's new to the channel, don't know what I'm talking about, I drew a zone probably last week, and it's just my kind of accumulation period zone, what I'm calling it, where I'm looking to add more to my position. And that's going to come in the form of when the price action dips below 37.4, which I still am expecting to see for Bitcoin. It has not happened yet. All coins have dipped into our zones. Let's pull up Ethereum and give you a prime example right here. Ethereum is just toward the top end of the zone. Did go pretty down, pretty good, 27.16. Not quite getting out of the zone, but it is starting to push out of it is attempting to climb above this level of resistance, which is at 28.50. So we do have the 50 exponential sitting right here, which its current price target is 28.76. So you can definitely see a pump up to that, and that would be a pretty critical moment just for investment standpoint to say, hey, if we can cross this and maybe consolidate and maybe start going up from there, you could catch a pretty short-term pump and in returns make some pretty good tendies here in the quick short-term flip. I still think we're, it's pretty much a bear market right now, but there you can make money on the way down, definitely. I think you're getting pretty close to bottom, but you know, I'm still on. I haven't got confirmation yet, so I'm still waiting for that confirmation. We have dipped in those boxes across a bunch of the cryptos. I think I put XRP. Yeah, we got the XRP box set up right here. We actually got just about to the middle lower end of the box right here, 56 cents. Currently trading at 61. Trying to rebound, trying to get over this 14. I think that 50 is going to be extremely tough for us, which that 50 is at 64. So we're not far off, 4 cents. But you could see a upwards pumped, I think, between now and tomorrow. Especially if the stock market is doing extremely well. So we'll see what happens with it, but we could see a little bullish momentum this week and see if we can continue that throughout next weekend, which might in return give us that bottom at 56. There's a chance 56 could have been the bottom for XRP right here, and we could start moving back to that 80-cent range. So that's something to keep your eyes on and pay very close attention to. Let me update this app real quick, and I'll get ApeCoin pulled up for you, because that's the title of this video, ApeCoin. A couple of us have been playing it, and I've been paying attention, guys. I have. I'm very interested in it, just for the right price. I mean, I was talking about it at 10 bucks, and you know, I didn't pick it up. And look what happened. I missed out. We've got some news articles and stuff we're gonna pull up here. Give me 1 second. Let me get TradingView situated. Now I can pull that up here off the big screen. All right, so you are looking at the 30-minute chart here for ApeCoin, which had a insane ascending level of support, which some would argue started. You know, this is looking kind of like the rest of the market right here, where we just went up right here in that time frame around mid-March, and then bottomed out around this area right here. Now we're starting off another leg. Just ApeCoin took it to another level, and they had some land news and stuff we're gonna go over here tonight that I think is pretty significant. But buy the hype, buy the news, buy the hype, sell the news, I think is what you're seeing here off of ApeCoin. So I'm gonna be a little conservative right here, not gonna ape in just yet, but I am looking for some potential buying opportunities back around 13, which I do think I could possibly get here shortly. So ApeCoin, I mean, just explode out the gate. Really massive candles right here. Came back about 50% of this pump right here before it took off once again. So what are we gonna see? I mean, this thing has dropped quite a bit from that peak, which we saw at 27 right here, and really harsh selling off here in the past days. So I am paying very close attention to it for potential entry points, which I'm thinking could be somewhere around 13 cents. But overall, I'm still a little bearish. Let me put that 13 mark right here. I'm looking for 13. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I am, you know, optimistic that I'll get closer to 13 before this thing could potentially take off again. Let me get to the comment sections, and then we'll hop on over to these articles I got. What's up, Tree City West? Good to see you, bro. And S, great to see you, man. Yeah, I was kind of paying attention to the SPY. Let's pull it up here off the chart, because that is relevant to everything, especially with the way crypto's been following the stock market. So right here, man, you know, it's what I'm looking for. Let me pull up these price targets. So 413, 412 to close on Friday, 413 after market hours. We had that support at 409. We hit 411. So I think if you do see some more downside tomorrow, there's a potential. I'm still thinking we'll hit the 402. If we can hit this 402 and bounce, I think that'd be a pretty good price level for bottom across both markets. But I can't 100% verify that until, you know, I see kind of what the volume is at that point in time when we do get that retest of that level of support, which 402, 400 is going to be pretty major here for the SPY. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Let me take this down, move this over just a little bit so y'all can see. Boom. Okay. Widen up the charts a little bit for you guys. So yeah, it's this 479, man. I mean, we had that really nice typical of the SPY, just a nice ascending level of support, riding at 200 up. So for a while, you know, even when you're trading the SPY, it's pretty nice to even say, hey, when the SPY does touch the 200 moving average here off the 4-hour chart, that's always a pretty decent opportunity to maybe grab you some calls or you know, profit off of the rise. Now right here it got a little shaky, you boomed quite a bit over it, and then eventually hit 479 before that was the peak of that run right here. Now you've seen the correction, it happens every time. Let's pull up the daily. You always see these corrections. This was 2020, of course, that was unprecedented, but here you go, same little move right here in 2018. Just a really you know, bearish market that everybody goes through. So you know, you came down, rode that 200 for a little while, and then took a hard dip. So you came all the way from 278 to 222. Now where are we at right now? Fast forward to 2022, we were taking a pretty significant dip, kind of riding that 200. A little bit lower would kind of scare me a little bit, but 385 is somewhere kind of where I'm thinking could ultimately be bottom, but you know, I can't confirm that or until we know what's going on. Like a little bit more time passes here in the next couple weeks. You know, I think we're about 3-4 weeks away from kind of seeing some really good movement off of some of these dip buys that we're seeing right now. Avalanche, God, it's 58 bucks right here. So paying a close attention to that. You know, Shiba's down, Doge is down, Solana's 88 bucks right now. I do think that thing's gonna pop back up to 130, so I am treating this as accumulation phase. I'm just being a lot more conservative instead of just jumping right in and starting to you know, secure my my positions too early. You know, I'd rather start dollar cost averaging closer to bottom rather than to the top. So we still haven't broken down, still hasn't quite touched our zone, which is a good thing, guys. I'm not saying it's going in this box. This could be completely bottom right here. We could come up and maybe, you know, retest 50,000 somewhere within this range. I'd like to see a nice little curvature happen in this area where we actually wouldn't even go in this zone, hold this support at 38, and eventually, you know, just curve on up, make a new high, and then we'll look to take some profits to buy back in a little bit cheaper and continue that pattern. You know, I was on Twitter today, man, and actually, you know, some of these people I was talking to, there was a bunch of stock market traders, and it was an open market discussion. So I hopped in there and I'm like, hey guys, do you guys trade crypto? And they're like, nah, it's a Ponzi scheme and all that stuff. So, you know me, I'm gonna get in there and you know, tell them all about crypto. And I actually got a message from one of the dudes. Let me read this for you guys. So I was like, man, what do you think? Are you guys day trading? Are you diversified? Are you just holding stocks? Apparently they were just stock traders. So I kind of walked into a heated argument, not knowing who I was speaking to. But nonetheless, it led up for a good exchange. I think a lot of people in the room accepted what I was saying and took notice, because as soon as I started talking about crypto, more and more people hopped up to speak who, you know, in return started speaking on the crypto space, saying, hey, I knew this guy, he invested in his Dogecoin, made a ton of money, of course. But after the show, I started getting a couple messages, and one of them kind of bugged me a little bit. I'm going to share that with y'all here tonight. One of the guys said 96% of day traders lose money. I recommend finding a new line of work where you can show your scheme on Spaces to make money on YouTube, which is what you're actually doing. The game won't work in this new environment. And you know, I received that message like, damn dude, I feel bad for you, bro, because you're really uninformed about, first of all, what I was trying to say in the space. I'm not in your space trying to make money. I was just in your space, you know, asking questions. It's an open market discussion. So me in return, you know me, I'm talking about day trading, buying the dip, selling the rip. It's extremely important factors when you're, especially in a bear market. You know, you're gonna have these times where you have these bullish legs. You're in a bear market where it goes up, it goes up here, it goes up here, it goes up here, but it comes down. What goes up comes down. And a lot of people, it just really opened my eyes to the amount of percentage of people in the world who are still not brought up to speed on the crypto market. And we're still extremely early, guys. So the point of the conversation is we're still extremely early. Whether, you know, you hang around a bunch of crypto enthusiasts or not, the reality that I'm slowly gaining every day is like, I want it to explode. I want it to be, you know, the biggest market in the world, but it's gonna take time to grow it. But the importance of it is that we're still super early, man. You can still make really good money investing in these coins that, you know, lots of people think have no value. And same thing with Amazon, same thing with all these stocks that exploded over the years. If you're in early, you're doing well. Stake while the market's down. That's always a good option to accumulate your crypto. If you're gonna just wait this market out, hold out, because look, crypto will come back. Doge will start soaring once again. Doge, of course, is going to be a lot higher than $1 eventually. It's just inevitable, man. The community behind it, yeah, the community's, you know, they're there. They're on Twitter. They're on all these social media platforms. But look, man, I mean, the point that I'm trying to make is, you know, the average American household, you know, what's the salary? $40,000, $50,000 a year. And these people have children, they have families, they have bills, they got car notes, house notes, insurance payments. I mean, you name it, anything you can think of. And, you know, a lot of these people are having issues, even making ends meet, man. So to see the crypto market and this little bearish market between stocks and crypto that we're going through, is nothing out of the norm, man. It's just, there was abundance of money flowing through the market at a time where everything was shut down. So what did people do? They gravitated to YouTube. They gravitated to trading. They opened up platforms. I mean, I know myself, the first day that the shutdowns actually happened in my state, I sat down and watched MSNB or CNBC and all these news channels, and I was just watching the price of Bitcoin. I was just watching the price of stocks completely fall out the sky. And it opened my eyes, because the first thing, and I know it's cliche or silly to say, but the Warren Buffett saying kept going through my head. You know, you buy when there's blood on the street. Just do it. You know, like, just, that's the time to accumulate. And he was right. You can't. It's cliche all you want to say it, but it's 100% true. 100% true. Oh man. All right, I didn't mean to go on that rant, guys, but it just struck me, you know, a little off having those type of confrontations. I'm usually a pretty likable person in the most sense, but man, these stock market guys who are strictly stock market, man, they're excuse me, they're tough. There's some tough cookies to crack. What's up, GP? Great to see you, bro. L Snappy 10 says you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And you know, it's all good, man. I just wanted to share you know, my reaction to this guy. Basically, you know, I'm out there to help people. That's one of the main things that you know, I like to do. I like to help people. People that I feel that have the right mindset and the right goal, what they're aiming for. I love to help people, man. And this guy hit me up when I was talking about day trading, because I'm like, they keep saying day trading's dead. Well, it's not dead, man. It's just, you know, if you don't know, then you don't know. And that's all I was trying to teach them. And I guess when you tell people, hey, I can show you how to make money in a bear market, it's a Ponzi scheme. Cool, man. I'm not asking for your money, bro. I'm just out here trying to hustle, man, and you know, help inform people. So that's right, L Snap. That's it, brother. It's too bad that their bias has blinded them. And you know what? It's all good, man. I wish everybody the best. If it bleeds, it leads, says Gone Postal. There's a lot of man, I got something stuck in my throat. There's a lot of meanings behind that saying, but we'll leave it at that, GP. But great to see y'all, man. Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. So I'm still, am I bearish or bullish right now? I'm still on the fence, guys. I really am. I haven't started averaging dollar cost averaging in, which for these boxes that I drew a while back, you know, why haven't I? We're still on the top end of this Ethereum box, and the one I've been really watching is Dogecoin, man, because we're in that box, man. we are in my buy zone right here, but I am still being patient because I have not seen confirmation of bottom, even though we had this nice little dip to 1241. Potentially that could have been bottom. I do run the risk of missing out right here because you do see these sharp spikes. A lot of this was Twitter right here, but what this wasn't was, this was really nice healthy growth right here. And I think that's just because the price bottomed out 10-11 cents, and people, look, you got lots of buying pressure right here in this area. I don't see it going below 10, but it always could. But in hindsight, I'm looking toward the lower end of this box, to be honest with you. I'm looking toward the lower end to start really averaging in. But you see these big spikes, they can happen at any time. So if you don't have any skin in the game, you can definitely miss out on some of these 20-30% days, especially off of Dogecoin, what's been happening now. I don't think that the news with Elon and Twitter is quite done yet. You still have a few little areas that need to be worked out, and there will be more news dropped. And there will be that point in time where Elon's going to come out and probably do something where Doge is accepted as a tip on Twitter. You could probably possibly pay for Twitter Blue with your Dogecoin. So there are lots of great things that are going to cause these 20-30% spikes. So I'm being a little bit more conservative to say, I might start dollar cost averaging some more Doge to my account, to my swing trade account, that is, to optimize and capitalize off of these big pumps that you're seeing, because the man, it's hard to bet against him, bro. I wouldn't do it. He's gonna do some pretty cool things, and I do think when everything's said and done, the legal paperwork and all that stuff is out the way, and he has his team behind the computers, that you'll see a lot more use cases for Dogecoin, which is good to see if you're a holder for Dogecoin. So for that reason alone, Dogecoin, I am bullish, and I will continue to be. Just haven't started dollar cost averaging just quite yet. I'm just waiting, being patient to see how the rest of the market reacts. We do have Bitcoin under 40,000, guys, and this goes back to what last month we talked about. Potentially we were all in this area right here in mid-March to the end of March, and I was skeptical that was top, and sure enough, that ended up being the top for that bull leg in this bear market. So I feel confident that we could be skimming right here to start turning. Ethereum chart showed a little bit better than the Bitcoin chart. The 14 is starting to flat, so we may be looking at a pretty decent week for crypto. It's hard to judge it right now because anything can happen. I'm still keeping up with Russia, Ukraine, all that good stuff, because current events in the world are definitely going to affect the markets both ways, stock and crypto. So do pay attention to all that. There's more and more talks of nuclear word out there in the world, so I'd pay very close attention to some of that stuff. I think it affected the market a little bit last week. Bitcoin's just following the NASDAQ, the S&P, and all the major stock measuring bro, I got something stuck in my throat. Hold on. Almost had a moment there. I don't know what it is, but some definitely stuck in my throat. So sorry about that. What's up, Jay Rogers, man? How you doing? Once BTC goes below 35K, I'm investing more into Doge. That's interesting, man. Hey, man, you're not too far away. So I do think that 36 is incoming. We saw 37. It could dip lower, man. I know a lot of people in the market are looking for 26. They're thinking that key level 26, which we saw here in this area, kind of like this little triple bottom. I didn't quite get a triple bottom here, but we could. And that 33 to 32 could be this little triple bottom setting up here. We had 26 3 times before we ripped to 69. So could we have a little setup to where, boom, I do think eventually you're going to see this chart rise land somewhere between 70 and 80,000 for the next top. I think 75 is pretty median to say. So that's what my price target for the next major pump, bull run, for a little short-term bull run for Bitcoin, possibly be around the 75K range, which would bring a lot of the altcoins up. Remember, Dogecoin didn't really rip too much off this 69,000 level. You know, ended up somewhere around 30 cents. So that is something to pay attention to. But that is well over 100% where we currently sit right now. So I do think that's definitely possible. What's the word up or down for tomorrow? Here, May 4th will be a bloodbath. I don't know where you heard that from. I'm a little optimistic that, you know, it will be a decent week. Man, I remember May the 4th last year. That was leading up to SNL with Elon, especially for Dogecoin. And that was a pretty decent day. We saw some pretty nice gains. Don't quote me, but I think that was the day Dogecoin might have hopped over 50 cents for the first time. I can't remember it completely. I guess I could pull it up here. Let's check out May the 4th from last year. Yeah. Well, I got a good memory. I'll tell you that. This is May 4th last year. Big, really nice candle. 41 to 62 cents. And then, of course, that was SNL right here. But that was a really nice day. May the 4th was not a joke day. That was a pretty big day. 42 to 62. And that was really, really nice to see. Was that the first time it hopped above 50? Yes, it was. And I remember that day specifically, man. And it's like, wow, it's bringing back some memories. Real quick, I got a super chat coming in from Crypto Life. Sorry, I didn't mean to pop that up. So Travis, thank you very much for that $2 super chat, my friend. Really do appreciate you supporting the stream, man. Yeah, you too, Crypto Life. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Look it up. May the 4th, government signs rate hike, not priced in, 40 points. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see what you're talking about, man. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see what they're talking about. Fed Evans says good possibility of a 50 basis point rate hike in May. So 50 basis point rate rise at the May 3rd or May 4th open market committee meeting is obviously worthy of consideration. Perhaps it's highly likely. He says the Federal Reserve lifts its still very low federal funds rate towards a neutral setting between 2.25% and 2.5% by the end of the year. Okay, so that's a piece of news I was uninformed about, which, dude, it could be that'd be sour for the markets. So I was a little optimistic about the week, knowing that news. That's significant, man. That is significant. So I will be watching it very closely tomorrow, guys. It's hard to tell. If there's not a rate hike, it's 50-50, man. If there's not a rate hike, it's going to go to the upside. But that gives you 2 days of lingering. So uncertainty definitely leads to fear in the markets, which could in turn lead to more downside. So for that reason alone, guys, I have not started dollar cost averaging in across the board on these cryptos. I still think the SPY has some more downside left to it. I mean, it's just been really taking a beating here ever since April 20th, 420. So just been a harsh downtrend. And I do think we'll see that 402 before we start to recover completely, maybe head on another track. But we're on the potential of maybe hitting that 380 range too as well. Just the way I'm feeling with the market, that 14 is still hooking down at this point right here, which leading it to 411 here on Friday. We had ended the day at 412, down 3.7%. That is significant for any market. I mean, this is the S&P, dude. Like, this is big news to be down that much. And then we saw the NASDAQ take a pretty good, nice beating itself. I think it was last week too. or the week before that. It was within the past week and a half. NASDAQ was down quite a bit. I think that was beginning of last week, but these major market measures are really taking some bad days right now, guys. And for that reason, I'm still a little bearish. You know, I'm optimistic this week could maybe be a little bounce back week for Bitcoin, because if not, guys, in all reality, we're going to start seeing 36,000. And, you know, just gaining sentiment that I'm gathering, a lot of people feel like a lot of top analysts in the crypto spaces think that the market's going to head down a little bit more. And, you know, I'm leaning that way too, just a little bit. But I do think that the end to this bear leg that we're seeing is close, guys. Yeah, I do think it's close, and I would feel confident, you know, dollar cost averaging at this point. I'm just being a little bit patient. I think patience is key when you're dealing with the market. Never rush into a play. That way, you know, you don't end up getting burned. So, keyword possible. We love the fear. Exactly, Miller, and that is super important, man. I don't know if you were here in the beginning. Oh yeah, you were. But you know, I ran across some guys who were not so sure about the fear aspect, you know. But fear to me, and what it should be to you, is good investment times for your portfolios, man. Treat it as a gift. Treat the dip as a gift. Just try not to treat it as one that keeps giving to you, if you know what I mean. So dollar cost average definitely, but look, man, these prices, I know they suck right now. Ethereum's 28, and there's still more, realistically, there's still some more downside to go. So yeah, I will definitely keep you guys alerted when I do start making some pretty good buys across the market, when I do feel like we're reaching a point to where we are starting to turn around. And same thing for ApeCoin, guys. You know, I'm not going to FOMO in just quite yet, even though they were doing some pretty cool stuff. Board API Club. Other side metaverse drops tonight, which just dropped recently, so not really seeing too much movement in the charts right now. It is starting to go up a little bit, but you're still in that buy the hype, sell the news type. You're in a pretty good downtrend right here. Lower highs, lower lows. Where will it stop? I'm kind of looking for 13, but you know, I run the risk of getting left behind again, because this thing ripped to, you know, almost 28 bucks when we were looking at it as a community, which I know some of us played it and some of us didn't, but we were looking at this thing, you know, back in this 10 area, and I was waiting for 8 bucks. You know, same thing with FTM. I was waiting for $1. It hit 103, ran off, and you know, ran to 170. Now where's FTM? Probably well below $1, 77 cents. So I'm happy with my decision so far right now, because I'm still on the right side of that trade, but things could turn around pretty quickly. But yeah, definitely significant. Who dropped that news? Watching for the tomorrow and Tuesday for the rate hike increase, because if that happens, man, we do run the possibility of seeing quite some more downside, especially in the market. So I appreciate you dropping that news, man. That was something I was not aware of, but you know, it's a part of a community. You know, everybody learns stuff that they might not have been aware of. So appreciate you, man. Crypto life. Hey, bro, that's it, man. Look, man, we will have some pretty we will have a move to the upside, but I just don't think it's going to be right now. And for that reason alone, I will not be buying any crypto just quite yet. But the crypto fear and greed index is at 28, so a little bit less fear in the market. So which is kind of leading, you know, Bitcoin futures are slightly green right now. I think the stock market futures are slightly green. Let me pull this up. So we could have a decent day tomorrow, but a rate hike increase would definitely hurt. I don't think it would completely annihilate the market, but it would definitely you'll definitely see the effects of it, which could lead to a bad week in crypto. So pre-market futures right now, Dow's up slightly, S&P's up slightly, and NASDAQ is up slightly. So a little bit of green across the board for pre-markets. Of course, that is just a pre-market. Let's see any commodities that might be natural gas 3.23% up right now. So natural gas could be the hot play tomorrow. Be on the lookout for all you natural gas stocks. Let me see if anything else is really pumping. All right, what we got here? Go on, Postal. Look at you, dude, dropping me a $10 make you holla super chat, bro. Says I appreciate you too, bud. Thanks for being here for us tonight. Thank you, GP, man. I appreciate you, man. You already know I look forward to having a couple beers with you. 13 days? We'll be in Colorado together. So that's gonna be freaking awesome, man. I'm excited. I'm not excited about the plane ride there alone. So if anybody has good thoughts on flying alone, feel free to hit me up in Discord. But it's all good, man. I grabbed that 65 on FTM. Did FTM dip to 65? 65 cents? Dude, it did. Wow. I missed that, man. That was yeah, yesterday when everything kind of fell off. And guys, I took the weekend off, man. You know, everything was in a harsh downtrend. That's the move that I was waiting to see. I was waiting for the market to break down, and it did, man. And look, I'm not right all the time, but when I feel the sentiment in the market that, you know, that 170 was the peak, that's where I missed it at. It hit 103 right here. I was waiting for this $1 mark, and we fell below that. So, man, it's going to take some time to come back above this. I mean, that's going to be a pretty big move for it to get back over $1 now. And you know, it's still that 14 starting to curve a little bit, which could indicate that we're starting to level out across a bunch of these plays. But you know, as for me right now, I'm stuck on the sideline, man. I am stuck on the sideline. What's up, Rodney Smith? Have a great week, looks like I will be storm watching this week. Where you at, bro? What you got going on like that, man? Let me know. Third and fourth 2-day event for the government. Yes, and look, Crypto Joey, bro, we got to pay attention to that, man. That was you that dropped that news. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I was unaware, and that is significant, bro. You have to pay attention to that 50 point potential. I mean, it could lead to some more fear in the market, and you know, market go down. Let me see. I missed a comment. I wanted to. Oh, Eagle 3, what's happening, bro? Hope you were doing well, man. Hopefully, you were still hanging in there, man. Love seeing you here in the live stream. Hopefully, your portfolio is looking decent, man. Oh, Kansas. Yeah, man. I know we got some weather coming through. Toward the end of the week. Little cool front, so I'm pretty sure it's going to get pretty crazy up there. Yeah, Thursday and Friday, we do have some stuff heading my way, which is going to put us back. You know, a little cool front coming through. So, man, try to stay safe, bro. You know, just try to stay safe, man. What's up, Randy? Good to see you, man. So, guys, if you got any questions, any stocks you want to look at, natural gas is really popping out, and I know a couple I like to look at. So if y'all have any, feel free to drop them in the chat. CHK is one of them. Chesapeake Energy. So it was down 2.89% here on Friday, but hit a peak at 97 before falling out back to this range, which we're currently sitting at. So could be setting up to go for another run. Chesapeake does not drop too much underneath this 200 exponential moving average here off the 4-hour chart, and it was due for a retest. You know, it hugs it pretty tight, and then goes on these little rips, and then rips here and then comes back. So Chesapeake Energy, I actually do own some of this. I might actually look to buy a little bit more. We did see the news that Russia was shutting off the natural gas pipeline to 2 countries, so could have been spiking anticipation for that. But when some news does drop where these countries will start to get natural gas from, liquid form, whatever they're going to get, whatever news breaks, those stocks are going to rip. So let me see. Step, I don't know if I'm familiar with Step. Give me 1 second. Stepstone. See the news real quick. Give me 1 second, Travis. I'm trying to pull this up. Hey, you too, Snap. And you're 100% right, bro. Look at the early 80s and interest rates. This is where we're heading. Not financial advice. DD is your friend. Absolutely, bro. Because you can look back and gas prices, in the 80s. It's the same scenario, dude. It feels like the 80s all over again. But good stuff, Snap. You said it, bro. Travis, FITFI. I'm still trying to figure out what Step was. Number Step. But yeah, Chesapeake Energy, guys. I would definitely be watching this, especially with the futures up for natural gas so much. Could be a nice little runner. Maybe even back to the $95 range. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in the natural gas area of things. Could be a nice little swing trade up here. Approaching here for Chesapeake Energy, guys. Ticker symbol CHK. I'm gonna definitely be watching that early pre-market. Where's the other one I wanted to look at? Give me 1 second. Southwestern Energy, ticker symbol SWN. Same little rip right here. A little bit cheaper in right here. I might look at this one too tomorrow. $7.50. It was up one, almost 2%, over 2% overall with market closing. So only thing difference between this chart and Chesapeake is it didn't quite touch the 200 just yet. So let's see what happens tomorrow. If it's a pretty nice day for natural gas, which it should be, you might be able to pump to 842 out of this stock. I could just, go on some pretty good moves here tomorrow. It could be up 5%, as much as 5% if everything goes well with the market. So that's definitely something I'm paying attention to. Crypto Boss Andrew, what's happening, man? Great to see you here in the chat, my man. All right, so GMT, you're referring to the crypto GMT token? Yeah, it's at 22 cents, down 2.72%. Let me see if I can get the charts pulled up here. Let me know if that's something you're pretty invested in or you're looking to get in. I think it's going to follow the same as the rest of the crypto space right now, man, which is just been kind of heading down. So, guys, Chesapeake and SWN is two natural gas plays I think will do extremely well tomorrow. But we'll see what happens with them. We will see what happens. Let me get this changed up real quick. Unique Carbon, what's happening, man? What's up, Matt? Watching driving back to Fake Out in the Works. Hey, I'm hoping, bro. I really am. I think this is at some point we're gonna get the turnaround, guys. Right now I'm not feeling it. I think we might have a little bit more downside to go. Hopefully we consolidate over this box and take off. But I am currently being patient. That's all I'm doing right now, man. So we'll see what happens, guys. Will we dip in this box? Nobody freaking knows, but I am anticipating we will off of Bitcoin. All coins have already done it, hit our little price area. I did not start dollar cost averaging yet because things change here daily. That's the importance of, you know, myself even, you know, trying to, you know, stream here daily, because it's important to stay on top of these things. Things happen daily. So, you know, I'll be live streaming pretty much every day this week. So you do Doge TA? No, yes I did, but I can go over it real quick, man. So Doge right now, within our buy zone, this is my dollar cost averaging zone right here, which I have not started dollar cost averaging yet, because what happened yesterday, you know, we entered this zone. I thought there might have been a little bit more fallout, and I was correct. There was. We dipped all the way to 1240. Now, what's going to happen here? You do have major levels of support. We tried to hold 1275. You saw what happens when it fell below it. We popped right back. It was a little false break here off the 4-hour chart, and you know, we are starting to set up for maybe some type of consolidation. And I think for right now we're going to hug closer to the 13-cent range. And if we do, this 14 is starting to flatline, so I think the market's a little undecisive about where it wants to go tomorrow, especially with the news that Crypto Joey dropped to us that they could end up being a rate hike increase on a 50 basis point level between now and Tuesday, which would be pretty significant to the market. So I am watching for that. I think the market, you know, when there's undecisiveness in the market, it could lead to some FUD, and FUD would lead to more downside. So I am watching this 1275 range, 1275 to 1240 range, and we hit that almost on the nail, guys. They hit 1275, dropping right down to our level of support here at 1240 before we saw that bounce here. So that was nice to see, but kind of I think what we kind of saw here on Saturday, this 4-hour candle, was a little bit of a market flash crash, and we talked about the potential for those, and they actually happened. So to see that, you know, that's the first one we've had in a minute. So will we have more to come? Could there be more downside? There is a potential, really high potential right here, especially if we get a rate hike increase from the Fed. So for that reason alone, I have not started dollar cost averaging, and I'll be kind of hanging on the sidelines. But if you guys are a part of the community, you're in our Discord, I'll definitely keep you guys alerted. You know, let's have a great day tomorrow. Try to look for some natural gas plays, and try to make some tendies in the market. Gone Postal says I got into Ape at 23, but very small amount, so I can easily average down with more ammo. Looking forward to that. So that's a good that's a good thought process you had right there, man. You entered a play, and you didn't go crazy, and you have money to average down, which, you know, is very important if you don't want to get stuck holding the bag, man. So good stuff, bro. I hope it treats you well. I do think Ape will go back. I just think Ape might go, you know, more toward that 13 range before we start ripping once again, which, you know, I missed it at 10 when it was sitting at 10. Bear and a bunch of other people, friends of mine, that were actually, you know, loading a boat on Ape. I should have been doing it too, but I was being greedy, man. I was waiting for $8 and I never saw it. So my bad. It's Step APP. That's a stock, man. No, it's got to be a crypto. So yeah, guys, I get a little confused because there's a lot of small altcoins that are the same as stock ticker symbol. So whenever you drop in something like a little ticker symbol, just let me know if it's stock or crypto. Step app price. Okay, I found it right here. Okay, I see what you're rapping about. 55 fit fee. Fit fee. That is not what I wanted. Hold on. Boom. Dang, bro, this thing ran 24%. It's at 62 cents. Past 7 days, beautiful. Past month, beautiful. 426. Yeah, so this thing just launched on 426. So really nice price movement, man. Not really nothing really dropping yet, just quite yet. Let me see what this is. BD2, thank you for that 149 cent to pay your rent. Super chat, bro. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you here in the chat. What's up, Psycho Pearl? Fit feed. Let me see. First time I seen it, Travis. So. All right. So Step App. Crypto Fit fee seeing huge gains as move to earn industry pickup steam. In recent weeks, a new type of crypto asset has made itself known. Move to earn cryptocurrencies are the hottest things on the market right now, combining physical activity, crypto rewards, and in some cases NFTs. So far, a couple of projects have set the pace for the rest of the market, including Step In, GMT-USD. But a new competitor is cropping up today via Step App. Thanks to its wildly successful launch, the Step App crypto project is enjoying over 100% gains. So the M2E market has showed its viability as an investment very quickly. The new project is rooted in fitness and has coined the phrase Fit Fee to reflect this. Users can join different move to earn platforms to earn while they exercise. These apps track one distance, speed, and metrics in order to measure performance-based rewards and create leaderboards. Some like Step In also have NFT markets where users can buy shoe tokens that affect performance. Unique Carbon dropping some love here in the chat. Thank you very much, bro, for these $1.99 and $2.99 respectively super chats, my friend, saying thank you, sir, and one up to my boy Bulldog. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, that was GP. Sorry, with the one up Bulldog. But thank you, Unique Carbon. Greatly appreciate you, GP. Thank you very much, bro. You know, I'll catch you with a beer here in Colorado very shortly, man. I'm very excited about that, man. So move to earn, definitely gaining some traction, bro. Step App is trying to build a better product than any of these other projects. It addresses several weaknesses present in different competitors. Most notable, it's a decentralized approach to move to earn. The Step App Crypto Fit Fee is a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO. That means holding any Fit Fee entitles the holders to voting rights on community proposals. In the same vein, the project rejects any venture capitalists capital investments in an effort to keep the project as open and user-centric as possible. It has gathered its investments only through individuals. Of course, this helps to account for the company's smaller market cap when compared to other move-to-earn projects. Step App won't stay small for long, though. Today's marks the Fit Fee Crypto's first day of trading, and it did not miss the starting gun by a second. Early this morning, crypto exchanges OKX and Bybit became the first two platforms offering Fit Fee trading. Already, the two platforms have seen a combined 150 million in Fit Fee volume, which is not small, guys. Yeah, I mean, in the big picture, 150 million ain't shit, but for a project just starting out, that's a lot of volume. The project has also listed on Gate.io and Crypto.com, Crow USD, over the course of the afternoon, both to great success. All the while, the project is seeing lots of interest ahead of the full app rollout. As developers note on the Step App Twitter page, over 100,000 users have signed up for the project's launch. The hype is doing wonders for the Step App Crypto. On its first day, Fit Fee is already seeing a price increase of over 150%, with tokens now trading 32 cents a piece. So this article was written, end of April, but it's significant still. So yeah, I appreciate you, Travis. I might actually look to invest in some of that Fit Fee and Step App. I'm gonna look a little bit more into it. So, guys, I'm a little bearish. I'm on the fence. What's gonna happen this week? Will we see a rate hike increase coming as soon as tomorrow? I don't know. but we will keep you guys informed, and there will be a live stream tomorrow night. So ApeCoin, I'm still waiting. A lot of cryptos, I'm still waiting to pull the trigger. Let's see what happens tomorrow with the NASDAQ, S&P, and the stocks and crypto. Let's see if we start moving back up and get a little bullish leg here in the market, which would be good to see in this bear market. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to look to sign out. But thank you very much for tuning in to another live episode of Mass Market. If you're brand new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button for us. And we will see you here tomorrow night. So with that being said, much love